near the crash.
Yeah, copy, saw that.
Oh, and it was close between Alonso and the Haas there. Oh, what are we going to see here? It's Hulkenberg coming out of the pits, and oh dear, had an incident with Lance Stroll in the pits.
Sauber just drove into me.
That's a penalty coming one of these drivers' way. But what was that? Kimi Antonelli, who was out in SQ1 yesterday, he'll be hoping to avoid that today. He crosses the line, and it's only 11th for Kimi Antonelli. That's a bit troublesome for the Italian rookie. Here's his teammate George Russell, the man who won here on the road last year. Before that disqualification, he goes 8th fastest in 2025. Lance Stroll, who had that incident with Hulkenberg in the pit lane, is out of Q1 anyway. 18th fastest for the Canadian. Here's Fernando Alonso, and he is out as well. Nightmare for Aston Martin. Both cars out in Q1. Gabriel Bortoleto, who was a star in SQ3, might be a star, but Grand Prix Q3 later on, as Isaac Hadjar goes 4th fastest. That was a phenomenal lap time for the Frenchman. That will surely see him through. Yuki Tsunoda goes 10th. Ollie Behrman crosses the line. Behrman goes 5th. That will definitely see him through to the final part of qualifying. Hulkenberg, who was on the podium at Silverstone, goes 12th fastest. Pierre Gasly has gone quickest through the first sector as we ride on board with Esteban Ocon out of the bus stop chicane, and Ocon goes 13th. Not the fastest lap we've seen from him, but that is a good lap from him nonetheless. As Gasly crosses the line, goes 11th fastest, pushing now Lewis Hamilton into the drop zone. Antonelli is definitely out, down in 17th. Hamilton, can he get himself through into Q2, sorry, yes he can, 7th fastest, and now it's down to Franco Colapinto. Can he get his Alpine into Q2? No, sadly he can't. Oh dear, lap time deleted for Lewis Hamilton, and that's dropped him back down to the bottom 5 in 16th. Just like sprint qualifying, Hamilton and Antonelli out in Q1. Now let's see why Hamilton got his lap time deleted. Oh no, he tried a little shortcut at Eau Rouge. Hamilton, Colapinto, Antonelli and the two Aston Martins knocked out in Q1. Shock. Gasly out of the bus stop chicane for the final time in his Q2 session. He crosses the line. Is he in Q3? He is at the moment. 9th fastest for Pierre Gasly. Here's Isaac Hadjar in the Racing Bulls, and he goes 6th fastest. Could that be enough to get him through? It might be. Here's Hulkenberg, only 11th. He's out in qualifying, but not his teammate Gabriel Bortoleto, who goes 7th fastest. He's finding form in that Sauber. Once again, is the rookie. George Russell goes 6th fastest for Mercedes, behind Yuki Tsunoda. Carlos Sainz out. The star in the sprint, only 14th for the Grand Prix, is Liam Lawson. Goes 8th fastest for Racing Bulls. Ocon in the Haas, fastest in the first sector, but not fast enough to get into Q3. What about his teammate Ollie Behrman? Can he get into Q3 for the second time in Formula 1? No, sadly he can't. Only 12th fastest for him. This is why Behrman not got through to Q3, because he had a snap coming out of the source. So the two Hasses are out, along with Gasly, Hulkenberg and Carlos Sainz after 6th in the sprint. He's 15th for the Grand Prix. Max Verstappen, our sprint winner, into the bus stop chicane for the final time. This probably won't be quick enough for pole, but we'll see. Verstappen across the line. It's a 141 flat, but look at the two McLarens. They are coming at him. Piastri faster than Verstappen. Norris is absolutely storming the middle sector. He's 4 tenths up on Verstappen on this current lap, as Piastri enters the bus stop chicane for one more time. The man who is leading the championship, and he's coming up to the line now. Oscar Piastri across the line, and he's gone on to sprint pole. Sorry, pole at the moment for the Grand Prix at the moment. But what about his teammate Lando Norris? And he's taken it away from his teammate Lando Norris, who won the last 2 Grand Prix, is currently on pole. This has to be it for all of these drivers. Verstappen, not a personal best in the first sector. The same applies to Lando Norris. But now it's down to just Oscar Piastri to see if he can set a personal best for the first sector. As through Pouon goes back to Verstappen, Charles Leclerc goes quickest of all through the first sector. Watch out for the Ferrari in the closing stages of this session as Verstappen enters Stavolo for the final time now, has to avoid the gravel, which he does. It's a personal best, but it's nowhere near the likes of Norris's pole time, so forget pole position for Max Verstappen. It's not going to happen for him. He's 4/10 off it. Will this be enough to possibly get him onto the front row if he pulls off a final sector of ages? Let's see. Verstappen into the bus stop chicane for the final time. Norris has gone quickest through the middle sector. Verstappen out to the last corner for one more time, and it is only third fastest for Max Verstappen. It's not a front row and pole for the Flying Dutchman. This man might get it. Lando Norris fastest in the middle sector. Does he improve on his lap time? No, he doesn't. But he's still on provisional pole. Charles Leclerc in the Ferrari next across the line. Where does he go? Goes third fastest. What a lap from Charles Leclerc. He's elated with that. But now it's down to Oscar Piastri. The two title contenders fighting for pole. Can Piastri get it away? No, he can't. He misses out. Lando Norris is on pole for the Belgian Grand Prix as Russell goes fifth. A stonking lap time at the end as Albon goes fifth fastest for Williams. A stellar effort from the Thai driver. He puts his Williams in the top five as Lando Norris bags pole. Let's see what happens to Verstappen.
Oh my god, that's really, really bad. This is not good to start the lap.
Lando Norris with his 13th career pole position, his first ever pole here at Spa, and a front row lockout for McLaren. And Lando Norris on the weekend where he could take over the championship lead, he starts on pole for tomorrow's Grand Prix, and with rain potentially forecast for tomorrow's Grand Prix, anything can happen. But it's Norris on pole for the Belgian Grand Prix.